great fighters. They want to put a great fight. Yeah. We don't need to stop.
I am sure in the end in the mid of September we will have one of the greatest fights ever happened in boxing.
Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford nearly came to blows during a fiery face-off.
Because we are true fighters.
We are true fighters.
True fighters.
True, yeah, of course. No, not YouTuber fighters.
Huh?
Not YouTuber fighters. Yeah.
The two stood chest to chest, neither backing down, with Crawford whispering something that triggered an angry outburst from Canelo.
They need to talk and talk about the fight because they want to sell something. The people know we are great fighters. They want to put a great fight. Yeah.
He stepped forward aggressively, and for a moment it looked like fists might fly. Security quickly stepped in to separate them. The tension is real. This fight is getting personal.
And fists up. Terence good. Excellent. Great.
While he made it clear he's not chasing Canelo, Crawford emphasized that he simply wants the opportunity to face the most accomplished fighter of his generation other than himself. It's not about chasing, it's about legacy, he said.
But me fighting Canelo, I don't supposed to be Canelo in a lot of people's eyes. So that's something that's a career-defining fight. That's a legacy fight.
When asked how the fight would play out, Crawford coolly replied, "Me leaving with my hand raised and everybody's mouth dropping." He's confident, focused, and knows exactly what he wants: greatness. Crawford also touched on former opponent Amir Khan, possibly stepping into the influencer boxing scene against Jake Paul, or KSI. With a smirk, he admitted Jake would be too big for Khan, but KSI might be a better matchup.
Well, listen, I've been doubted my whole career. If you ask anybody that's been following me, they all tell you, oh, we didn't, by the media and by all the negative things that people said about Terence Crawford along the way, they would have never thought I'd be in this place that I am now.
Shifting gears, Crawford praised Jaron Boots Ennis, predicting he could dominate the 147-pound division and make waves when he eventually moves up. From legacy fights to rising stars, Crawford's vision for boxing is clear, and it all starts with a showdown against Canelo.
When I look at Canelo, he's a smaller, bigger guy moving up in divisions. Being that these big guys are slower, so they might catch him with something, but he might see it at the last moment. They might catch him with a hard shot, but he's able to roll and turn with it. Because he's coming from a smaller weight class that was faster, that was sharper.
Terence Crawford is locked in on the biggest challenge of his storied career, a historic showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Already a 4-division world champion and the only male boxer to become undisputed in 2 weight classes, Crawford now sets his sights on super middleweight glory. Since capturing the WBA 154-pound title, Bud has taken time to enjoy life and his family, but the fire still burns. Life is great. I've been able to spend more time with my family. I'm excited for Canelo's upcoming fight. Hopefully he's successful, and then we can get that fight in September, he said.
Life is great. I've been able to spend more time with my family and get a lot done back at home. I'm just enjoying life right now. I'm excited for Canelo's upcoming fight.
While critics say he fights too little, Crawford shuts that noise down quickly. They want me to fight more, but it's not their life. Even the ones that say they don't like my style, they watch. So everybody wants to see Terence Crawford. Reflecting on finally getting his flowers after the Spence beatdown and years of chasing big names, he added, "We always want things when we want it, but when it's time, that's when God lets the light shine on you."
We as people, we always want things when we want it. But when it's time, that's when God let the light shine on. So I just bought my time and just stayed patient and stay active as possible.
As for those who continue to discredit his accomplishments, saying Spence was past his best or that Kell Brook was already damaged, Crawford brushed it off with a smile. Haters are undercover fans. They always find an excuse when I win. I've heard it all. He's too small. He don't got a chin, but look where I am now. And when it comes to the looming clash with Canelo, Crawford is as cool and calculated as ever. Me and Canelo is going to be a tough fight for both of us, but I'm excited to have the opportunity to be in the ring with another all-time great. I'm looking forward to winning. Asked how he sees it playing out, he replied, I don't got to stop him. I just got to beat him. But if the knockout is there, of course I'm going to take it. He added, Canelo's human just like me. He bleeds just like me.
I see he's definitely capable of getting hurt. He's not a machine. He's human just like me. He bleeds just like me. So I'm not going in there thinking, oh, I can't hurt this guy. But I'm not going in there at the same time. I'm trying to knock him out. I'm trying to, fight my fight. And if the knockout is there, then of course I'm going to take it.
Even with Canelo's proven chin and power, Crawford believes his speed and sharpness will be the difference. He hasn't fought anyone as fast and savvy as me, Crawford said, and I've been sparring big dudes my whole career. This isn't new to me. As for Canelo's recent performances, Crawford believes the Mexican superstar has been coasting. I don't think he's been getting up for those fights. But with me, we'll see the best Canelo we've seen yet. With 70,000 fans possibly packing a stadium in September, the stage is nearly set for what Crawford calls the biggest fight in boxing. And he's not just fighting for belts, he's fighting for legacy.
I think Canelo's been, holding back a lot in his last couple of fights. I don't think that Canelo's really been as excited to get up for those fights that he's been getting up on. I think he held Miguel up. I think he could have did more damage, but the respect that he had for Miguel, he just, really too much didn't want to hurt the kid. I think with Berlanga, it was what it was.
Legendary trainer Teddy Atlas is all in on the upcoming mega fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. He says this isn't just a clash of styles or weight classes, it's the age-old boxing question. Can a great small man beat a great big man? While many doubt Crawford can handle the size and power at 168, Atlas reminds everyone that speed, ring, IQ, and instincts can flip the narrative.
It was both sides. Well, Canelo's too big. He's too big, and Crawford, as good as he is, he stepped up with Matrimorph, and he struggled a little bit. He won.
He compares it to when Manny Pacquiao shocked Oscar de la Hoya, saying Crawford's sharpness and X factors could be the key. I want to see if the great little man can outthink and outfight the great big man, Atlas says. I've always wanted to watch David versus Goliath live. Now we get the chance.
I really do. And I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait to see a smaller guy use those intangibles, use those X factors to beat a bigger guy. I always wanted to see David and Goliath live. Yeah. Didn't you?
Of course, I would as well.
Okay, we'll get ready to watch it.
Yeah.
Oscar de la Hoya goes nuclear on Canelo Alvarez and Dana White in a fiery rant, calling out corruption in boxing and slamming the upcoming Canelo versus Crawford fight. He claims the boxing media has gone silent because many have been paid off and muzzled, especially after 6 of Eddie Reynoso's fighters, including Jaime Munguia, tested positive for PEDs. De La Hoya blasts the media for ignoring this while crucifying Ryan Garcia.
Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov? Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him? Run him out of the ring. You have 6 fighters testing dirty from the same camp, and we don't have questions or consequences? Where's the boxing media? I mean, they crucified Ryan Garcia.
He also mocks Dana White for being gifted the role of promoter despite having no boxing experience, calling him the trust fund baby of boxing. De La Hoya questions why Canelo is fighting during the day on Mexican Independence Weekend just to accommodate a UFC event, accusing him of only caring about money, not fans or tradition.
You know what's laughable also? Dana White being named the promoter of this fight, considering he's never been in the boxing space. Why is it that Canelo has to fight during the day on Mexican Independence Weekend? All he cares is about the money.
He warns Dana not to bring UFC's pay structure to boxing and ends by saying, "We ain't going anywhere," promising to keep exposing the truth.
And I've never been happier to trade calls with Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman because guess what? We ain't going anywhere.
Here at Boxing Headquarters, we don't hold back. Subscribe now for raw, honest, and passionate takes straight from the heart of the fight game.